Hello and welcome back to Garen Weaver vs. Shadows of Doubt. For once, this is a double episode for a single case, which is almost unheard of for me. So, let's just continue from where we were. I am Muktuk, the first walrus to ever go for a swim and forget to turn off my stove first. Now that I think about it, there were the two security cameras on the landing. Perhaps the Hatendi keeps a security room. A quick detour to pick up my ballistic armor. It has proven that this city is too dangerous to not be fully equipped at all times, and I can make use of that additional inventory slot that I gained from the sync disk. Let us hope that the Hatendi has adequate security. It does. I must get inside without being seen. Like so. Ah, there is a back door that is not locked. That is convenient. I am so sorry. I shall leave at once. Excuse me. How much for the door codes to this place? It'll cost you. I do not have 100 crows to my name. I am down to my last 50 crows, desperate to solve this murder. There is a note there. Perhaps that contains the door codes. 8844. Hopefully that will also work on the security cruncher. If I knock there and quickly move around to here. She appears to have gone. Uh, 8844. I must be quick. On the top floor, the 11th floor, here we are. Bizarrely, it seems there is nothing caught on the cameras prior to 7:30 in the morning. Not on either camera. How is it possible that this killer consistently avoids being detected on the cameras? Excuse me, have you seen or heard anything unusual?
Nothing to tell a flatfoot like you about.
Excuse me, have you seen or heard anything unusual?
Other than the state of this city, no.
Although it is risky to return here so soon after being assaulted, I do not know where else to go. Is that physical evidence? At last! AK. That is in fact different to the AG for whom I was previously searching. If AK is on a bullet casing, then perhaps AG was in fact innocent in the first murder. I am glad I have found this additional evidence, or should I say this first piece of evidence. It was indeed worth returning here. Ah! I missed that as well. Death to the new generation. Ah, of course, that makes more sense. And a gun. Why do so many citizens carry these weapons? They are evil. They commit only evil, hurting the innocent and hurting those who would investigate the crimes. I do not condone stealing, but I see this more as protecting the world from these creations. Now that I finally have some physical evidence, I should be on my way. Before Bronson Holly returns and elects to shoot me again. Ah, it seems, in fact, I do not have 50 crows to my name. That is the fine I would be charged if I were caught. Instead, I have no crows to my name. But I must do something that on the surface seems unethical, but like breaking in to solve a crime, is a crime for the good of the city. Goodbye. I hope that is one fewer bullet and one fewer gun to be used to commit heinous actions. And as much as I would like to focus solely on this murder, I must make some money if I am to survive. Outsourced arrest required by Alpha Enforcer Division. Handcuffs required. Suspect may be armed and dangerous, except at own risk. Offering a reward of a rare shink disc, Spartan insurance, and 2,000 crows. That is too tempting to pass up. I must identify and arrest the suspect. I have my own handcuffs, but if I fail with them, I shall have no money. Here is the suspect. Average height, average build, female with long brown hair. I assume that is all the information they will provide. So I must go around asking, excuse me, do you know this person?
Saw them about Hardened Industrial.
Thank you very much. Hardened Industrial, where is that? I suppose this is the sort of work I can do without concern. Whereas the stolen envelope, I am only assuming that it was stolen by nefarious deeds from a true owner. But this... Hardened Industrial. It is an industrial plant. And I am trespassing. I must keep moving. This is a great deal of money to leave lying on a shelf, so easily found. I do not know... I don't know why I walked straight in when I should be asking around if anyone has seen. Is this... Hello? Well, they are moving, so they are alive. Excuse me, I'm sorry to disturb you. Do you know this person?
I saw them around Espinosa Projects.
Espinosa Projects, thank you. Ah. That is Espinosa Projects, right behind me. Kiara Butler, do you know this person?
I saw them around Espinosa Projects.
That is 2 for Espinosa.
Hardened Industrial?
Somewhere between there and here.
Somewhere nearby.
Do you know this person? 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 Ah, Donald! Fancy meeting you here. Do you know this person? Do you know this person? Do you know this person? I wonder if she has been caught on the surveillance footage for the building. Many people seem to place her in or around Espinosa Projects. Is this her? No, very similar but not quite the same. Nothing usable, unfortunately. Perhaps I should be looking into the industrial instead. Is anybody present? Aha! Employees! Perfect. Is this the same person? Not quite. It seems she does not work at Hardened Industrial. What about through here? Schwarz Boulevard. Oh, it is a street. Excuse me, do you know this person? Do you know this person?
Sure, that's Hera Gergis. They work at that place, Irby Street Suds.
Thank you so much, Hera. I have located you at Shudge. Is that this? I believe it could be. Irby Street Shudge, yes. I have located her place of employment. Excuse me. I'm looking for...
Nothing to do with you.
I'm looking for Hera. It is very important. There is a further back room that I cannot yet access. Perhaps I can access it from the building to its rear. It seems not. It is only accessible from here. That is how I know Effie. She is one of the suspects for the stolen sports card. How much for a tour of this place?
I can issue a temporary guest pass, but it'll cost you.
30 crows. I feel that is something I must do. Oh, are you okay? I must head home, and I fear that my only course here is to sell something I have purchased to decorate. Only then can I afford a tour of the Sudge, which could perhaps grant me access to employee information. Given the time I must hurry, I do not know at what point Effie shall leave, and I shall lose my ease of access. It pains me, but I must sell my chair. It is the thing with which I am least connected, and frankly, I do not use it. I sit only in the armchair. I have returned, and I shall take that guest pass.
Okay, it'll be active for 2 hours. Make it quick.
Thank you. Let us see. 9119. 9119. Well, she is not present, but employee files should be. Here we are. It seems that her address is not on file, and she only works Friday to Sunday, and it is Monday now. That means unless I can find her place of residence, I will have no way to find her for 4 more days. Perhaps there is information on the cruncher. Employee database. Hera. Sadly, this does not contain her address either. I believe that is all I can ascertain here. That is a shame. Do you know Hera? Espinosa Projects. Now that I have the suspect's name, I can go to various databases to see if she is listed as a resident. Hera. She is not a resident of Espinosa Projects. It seems the reason she has been seen here so much is simply because she works nearby. Neither does she live in the Wojcik building. Her employee file mentioned that she has financial problems. Lamentable as that is, perhaps it might give me a lead. She could live in the Rosso slum. Sadly, I do not know the code, nor can I afford another code breaker. I shall have to do this the old-fashioned way. 0001 0002 0003 0004 0063. This is getting me nowhere. As I do not even know if she lives in this building, it would be folly to spend hours upon hours trying endless codes to break in, and then discover she does not even live there. I wonder, perhaps the city hall has information on individual citizens if you know their name. It is possible they will have her on some database. The information provided to me by the enforcers was merely her picture. It is quite likely they did not know her name. Finally, a passcode. But I must be careful. The security is tight here, and there are enforcers everywhere. 1006. Oh no. Hopefully it is too dark for her to see me clearly. 1006. Security. If I turn off the cameras, that gives me freedom of movement. Government database. Here we are. What information does it have? Her address. She does live at Hardened Industrial. I did not realize that was an address. But this was all worth it. Now I must simply escape undetected. And I know that I can return here for more such information should I discover somebody's name. I wonder, is her information listed in here? Oh, it is. Huh. It is possible I am still suffering from some concussion or injury from the multiple bullet wounds I have taken in the last couple of days, and forgot to check the city directory once I discovered her name. I am not proud of my performance today. Hardened Industrial, it is indeed an apartment block. I was unaware. I assumed it to be merely an industrial complex. Hello, you must be Hira. May I come in and take a look around?
No, sorry.
Well, goodbye. I must now arrest you.
You think this is going to stop me?
I must search you to ensure you are not carrying a deadly weapon. It seems you are not. Is that the job done? I suspect it is. Your phone is ringing. Would you like me to answer it for you? Hello, Hira's phone. I'm afraid she is under arrest, so she is unable to come to the phone at this time. If you speak to the enforcers, I'm sure they will be able to pass you on to her when she is given her more permanent residence. I will inform the enforcers that you are here. There. She has been arrested and awaiting transportation. Wonderful. It feels good to solve a case even if my head does still throb. Ah, and this is my sync disk. Medical care is covered? Ah. Legal fees are covered? Suffered from an accident covers medical costs and credits to your account for an involuntary visit. Well, I should replenish my handcuffs. As I have the money, I shall also get a code breaker, as they are exceedingly useful. Hello, I have a sync disk to install. I can either have my medical costs reduced by 50% or have them reduced entirely to 0, and in fact get credited for an involuntary visit. I shall take that one, as I seem to be sent to the hospital with alarming regularity. Oh. It feels good not to be on the verge of bankruptcy yet again. Perhaps I should rebuy that chair. But for now I shall enjoy a delicious, extravagant meal at my favourite restaurant, Aspen's. Ah, wonderful as always. See you again. And now what shall I do? I still have no leads on the murder, although I am no longer in danger of starving. Perhaps I should go home and sadly wait for it to happen again, on the off chance that the killer slips up. They truly are the phantom of Rafta City, that they can commit so many heinous and grisly murders with only the merest of physical evidence. I am glad that I conclusively have their fingerprints, however, but that does not help me catch them right now. Oh. Another murder. I swear this murderer is dedicated to stopping me from getting a night's sleep. What am I saying? That was an incredibly callous thing to say. This city is changing me in ways I do not like. Fathoms Obsidian. That is not far. That is here. This is Fathoms Obsidian. So where was the murder? Was it... Oh. Is this the victim? Oh, there's the enforcer. Hello. This was the victim. Holding a battery. Same entry wound. Killed at 1:15 to 2:30. Only an hour ago, though I am not surprised this one was so quickly found. It seems there is a pattern here. All of the victims have either been in a low-class accommodation, or in the case of Cameron, in a low-paying job. They've also all been around the same age, 25 or 26. I would wager that this victim is likewise. Excuse me, have you seen or heard anything unusual? Not a damn thing. There is a cadaver right there. Perhaps that is life in the fathoms. That seems incomprehensible to me. Excuse me, have you seen or heard anything unusual? See nothing at all. I assume there is no security footage here. The Phantom of Rafta City continues their reputation. If I slip inside, and I will have to pull you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I shall pull you out of the doorway that I may close it for privacy. To conduct my investigation without oversight. Letitia. Assuming that is the victim. I got your note, sorry, but I cannot hand over surveillance footage. Diego, again! Why must you continually do this, Diego? So many people are being stalked and Diego does not care. Count up from 1 for the security code. I shall close the blinds and curtains for, again, privacy and secrecy in my work. She slept with a chef's knife by her bed. Was she afraid? AG. AG again. And yet the bullet casing was AK. Lorelei? Are there 2 killers? There could be 2 killers, and that is why it has been so difficult for me to ascertain, and why none of the information seemed to line up. There could be 2 killers. She worked as a kitchen hand. A letter. Dear Ma, just a note to say don't send any mail to my old address. I've moved to a new place. It's nice and closer to my work. Do not send any crows. I'm getting by. A letter that she will never send to her poor grieving mother. Age is just a number. The safe stands open with something inside. AG. It seems there are 2 killers at large, working together, leaving similar clues. I see no writing upon the wall mentioning the generation, so perhaps AG is here to steal, and AK is the one with the agenda. Perhaps they are unconnected, but the commonality of the age is just a number cannot be overlooked. I do not know what is happening in this city, but it is deeply, deeply worrying that two killers could be working in conjunction. Who knows which I spoke to, although based on the cause behind their actions, it would lead me to suspect that AK is the one to have called. Another toy car. Excuse me, do you know this person? Can you identify this person? Huh. It seems this victim, Letitia Jean, also worked at Huerta's Chemical Systems food hall, the same as Cameron. Is this possibly the connection I've been looking for? However, looking through the rubbish has caused me to smell. I shall have to return home briefly. Is this Huerta Chemical Systems? It is. Ah, the food hall. A key. That shall be vitally useful. But I could do with finding a board of employees. Oh no. Am I still trespassing? No. Seems I'm trespassing out here, but not inside there. This vent may lead me somewhere. I need to find their employee board. Or, ideally, their employee information that I may check for fingerprints. Aha, there is the employee board, but it is in a rather occupied room. And the vent exits out here. That makes access easier. Hello, I was hoping I would be able to bribe my way into gaining access. Have you seen or heard anything unusual? Don't believe I have. This room appears unoccupied now. I have a code. And a second code of the same thing. Right. Oh no. Ooh. That was incredibly close. And he is back at his desk. This may be my chance. If I am swift. It appears this does not include the staff from the kitchen. Ah, there is another security room up here. And, oh, two... Oh. I am spotted if I turn my light on. 6343. Tashi! She's also connected to Cameron. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is not good. I am under attack again! But I suppose this is why I wear my body armor all the time now. I do not know what I am doing. I have suspicions, I have minor leads, but if there are two killers, it is increasingly difficult to try and catch them. They can provide alibis for each other. They can provide contradictory information. I do not know what applies to one and what applies to the other. If indeed there are two killers, I do not know. My instincts are telling me to go back to Rhea. If there are two killers, it is possible it is her and her partner. They had a motive for the original murder, and they may have gained a taste for it. They also live near the Spice House, which has been connected to numerous other killings. Excuse me, Rhea. Can I have your fingerprints? AQ and AR. That would not match. Rhea. I must ask you, do you know this person?
They're around Fathoms.
Do you know this person, Cameron?
I saw them at William Boulevard.
Can I come in and take a look around?
I don't know you.
What about if I incentivize you with 50 crows?
Not a chance.
100 crows, final offer.
No.
The fingerprints are not consistent, so it is likely not them. Oh. Baker Terrace, that said. I shall grab some food to go. What is the time? "6 a.m. Given the weather in this city, I am surprised that more people do not carry umbrellas. They seem a vital piece of equipment here. Baker Terrace. I am starving. Where was it? 102? Oh no. It appears that that is the only security camera on this floor that may not have picked up the killer. I'm sorry to disturb you, but have you seen or heard anything unusual?
Nothing at all.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual?
There was a shifty character about.
Tell me more.
They had long brown hair.
Okay.
I saw them around 2:45 a.m.
2:45. Long brown hair.
Keep your nose out of my business.
I'm sorry. Have you seen or heard anything unusual?
Yeah, I did see someone dodgy looking.
Tell me.
They had long brown hair.
Yes, that is consistent.
Saw them around 4:15 a.m.
4:15, you say? That is strange. Thank you.
None of your business.
That. Oh no. No one is home? To the jerk who keeps standing outside, cut it out. Shopping list. You are not being followed. This is the victim. A bullet wound. Shot between 4 a.m. and 5:15. So if the 2:45 is the same person, they hung around for quite some time before the murder. Age is just a number. And another toy car. Fingerprints AS. There are two residents here, Evie and DM. 9662 is one of them. Not that one, apparently. Diamond Mitchell is no doubt the victim, I assume.
And once again, Diego has denied another victim access to surveillance that could have saved their life. At this rate, Diego is one of the biggest menaces in this city. And not simply because he has proven himself exceedingly rude. 5646. I shall check the safe, but as the safe was not left open, AS, I assume it is not the thief killer. Yet another gun stashed somewhere that it may be easily found. It is disappointing that so many in the city feel the need to resort to such violence. Outside Spice House, average long. This is the same. It is the same as the original one. Spice House for 3 blocks, average long. Same person, nothing. What is happening in this city? That people would write the very same words in the same order in their separate diaries. The victim is indeed Diamond Mitchell. Work rota as an enforcer? That is dire. Imagine being an enforcer and not being safe from murder. This city is growing more dire by the day. If only I could do something to help. Is that a bullet hole? It is a bullet hole. Perhaps there is evidence in this room if I could simply find a light. A second bullet hole. I wondered if perhaps the bullet may have come from outside, but a third bullet hole. And yet I find no casings anywhere. Oh, I found the casings. Revolver cartridge. Huh. That is a different caliber. Does that match 8mm? It does not match the caliber of the gun that I have confiscated. AG. Once again, AG. So it seems we indeed have 2 killers with 2 different guns. AK uses the 8mm and AG uses the 9. It seems they are either getting cocky or simply careless. This is a great deal of evidence that has been left behind. 9662 Evie Hill. Employee database? What employees could be here? Why is there security? Strange. It seems there are no cameras connected to the system. Bizarre that it is here at all. Perhaps it is connected to Evie's work as an enforcer. Or Diamond's work? Diamond's work, yes, as an enforcer. Thinking of getting some folk together for a little game of you-know-what. Do not tell Diamond. What were you doing, Evie? Going out with friends? I don't want to hear you whine about it this time. Oh, that is from Diamond. I miss you like eggs meet miss ketchup. What a bizarre combination, but this relationship is strange. I'm not sure I fully understand the interactions between humans. They can seem so contradictory. Do not go to the usual meeting spot. It's had an outbreak of vermin in uniforms. Implying the enforcers? Is Evie speaking so negatively of the enforcers that her partner works for? I think Diamond is seeing someone else. The intricacies of their relationships baffle me. Being stalked and harassed? That is unfortunately consistent with what else I know of Diamond. And that is it. There is nothing else here. It seems numerous bullets were fired from inside this room, hitting the walls. And yet all the casings are here with the body. I assume AT is Evie. Ah, there is also a bullet caliber hole here. This was truly a messy killing. My next port of call... Oh. That was close. My next port of call will be finding the security room. Oh, are you the resident? Evie, of course. Have you seen or heard anything unusual?
Not a damn thing.
I am sorry to tell you this, but I'm afraid your partner has been cruelly murdered. But I will find the killer. The security room is unoccupied. But I assume I will not be able to easily gain access, and I left my codebreaker back home. Yes, I do not have access unless there is a security code somewhere in the room. There is a diamond. There is a diamond left in a drawer here. I shall take the key, but a diamond left in a drawer? That seems incredibly irresponsible. A little detour to the city's edge to deal with another death device before returning home to get my codebreaker. Time to try this again. These codebreakers truly are a miracle of engineering. I am looking for some time between 2:30 to be safe and 4:15. Nothing at all. How is it possible that so many can avoid these cameras so easily? Interesting. It seems the surveillance on the ground floor was deactivated during the time of the murder. It is a quiet and lonely morning as I await some clue from the killer. I find myself almost hoping that the killer will try to call me again, because I may be able to track the number. For want of something productive to do, I have taken another outsourced arrest. The subject has blue eyes, an O-positive blood type, and high blood pressure. And that is it. That is not a particularly easy job to do. I can purchase sync disk upgrade vials from the vending machines. Oh, that is useful. When I have some more disposable income, that might be worth doing, although I can afford one. I shall increase my number of inventory slots. Ooh. That should be helpful. I hear a ringing phone inside here.
That the famous detective? Listen good. I got a body needs disappearing. You wanna make some crows? Come clean it up. I'll pay better than the city hall.
No, I shall find you and I shall catch you. You have made your last mistake, murderer.
Big mistake, the walrus.
Right, that could be the clue I needed. Do I have access to a phone router? Is it perhaps in the back? Power room, yes, perfect. If I can disable this laser. and then gain access to the router. Telephone router, fantastic. From Steiner Heights. I have narrowed it down to Steiner Heights. Of course, Steiner Heights is near the Spice House. That makes sense. I was headed to a pawn shop to see what there is to see, but this is the break for which I have been waiting. Here, Steiner Heights. Now I must head down to the basement and locate their power room. Are you correctly dressed? There is no time. I cannot get distracted by the odd dressing habits of the enforcers. Must be a power room around here somewhere. Here we are. If I stack these cardboard boxes, could I perhaps use them to reach the laser? This metal bucket might prove more useful. It does. That is the laser disabled, and access once more. Oh, this is a most tricky lock. Let's see. Steiner Heights, outgoing. Where is the Mockingbird Diner located? It is located in the Mockingbird Diner car. That makes sense. 304. They have been making numerous calls, a number of which to Spank Range. I must not be rash. I have taken so many bullets that I must think clearly and carefully before stumbling in. If that is indeed the apartment of the people or person or people who have been calling me, they will certainly recognize me and not take kindly to my presence. My first stop is the security room. I may be able to find out who lives there without entering it directly. First of all, blueprints. Another diamond left abandoned in a drawer. Sadly, they are not among those in the residence files. But a codebreaker shall gain me access. That was very, very quick. Sadly, that was unhelpful. I cannot search by the apartment number. Oh. Ah! It seems I made a mistake with the security system and set it to activate on people other than myself, unaware that it would in fact... Oh. Activate the full security. This is not good. I am stuck, and the entire building has gone into lockdown, and I may have just seen the murderer, and I do not know what to do now. I must hurry and re-enable the correct security procedures before the alarm goes off again. It is too late. There. Now the alarm shall not go off again. So this person I saw is average height, average build, and long brown hair, and male. He is likely one of the killers. Possibly the one who has been calling me. Oh, he is home. Here goes everything. And now I use these to detain him.
City living, getting you down? Need a bit of fizz to take you out.
I hope there is no one else home, else this shall be problematic. Do you have anything on you? Pistol ammunition, 8mm. Cigarettes, but no weapon. What is this? A letter. You applied to the fields. I must find something that confirmed my suspicions. Oh yes, your fingerprints. You have AG fingerprints. You are one of the killers. I do not know why you are doing this or how you have got away with it for so long, leaving so little evidence. Yet another application to the fields. Business card. Joel Bouchard. 7487. Did I misread it? 7487. Ah, it must not be his safe. 0034. Himari Endo. A Y, not a K. So, I assumed that when I found them, they would both be together. Another application, and the lucky 7. 9... But this is not the right caliber. Ah, no, it is. AG is associated with the 9.32 rounds used in rifles. The lucky 7 is the correct gun. This is your murder weapon, isn't it? Indeed, your fingerprints are all over it. The youth today do not deserve my resources. I do not work to share. I work to one day live in peace with my earned wealth, and it never came. I see. You have worked hard, Joel Bouchard, trying to gain access to the field so many times, but you have failed. And due to this, you started killing. Killing the young. How old are you, Joel Bouchard? 54, I see. You look down on those younger than you, feeling that they do not deserve these nice things that you yourself have been unable to gain. Who is this one with whom you work? Who is AK? Your fellow murderer. I have caught you, but there is another. I know it. I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder. So you gonna do anything about it? Why did you commit murder? All I wanted was peace and quiet. There are too many people in this stinking city. Tell me about your co-conspirator. God, oh God. I do not believe that your co-conspirator was God. What was that? Who's that? It is I. You have called me numerous times. You have practically stalked me as well. I would suspect that I'd be another intended victim if I were not already past the age of 26. I'll tell you anything if you get me out of these. Tell me who else was assisting you. You were not solely responsible for all of these murders. Someone was using an 8mm handgun that is a different weapon to the one you own. But you have a box of 8mm ammunition on you. I am most confused. I can find no further evidence towards this AK, but I must turn you in. I do not see what else there is I can do. There is only one space on the form for a killer, and it is you. But who is AK? Although it leaves me feeling a deep sense of incompletion, I must do this. I shall turn you in, Joel Bouchard, as the killer. The evidence I have is your fingerprint. You live at 304 Steiner Heights, and the murder weapon is this Lucky 7. I will not give up searching for your accomplice. I will find them. I will find them and I will bring them to justice. I swear it, for all of those I have been unable to save in this monster of a case. You are perhaps the most vile murderer this city has ever seen. Rafta City is left poorer, darker, and quieter for your presence and actions. I hope that you dwell on this, Joel Bouchard, as you spend your life in imprisonment, yearning for the fields but unable to ever reach them. Goodbye, Joel Bouchard. I bought a bloodhound tracker, anticipating that I would place it upon one of the suspects and then take the time to find the other. But I fear that the enforcers would not accept 2 killers. It is possible that AK, the one whose fingerprints I found upon a bullet casing, will get away with these murders. It saddens me deeply. But I must take solace in the fact that I have caught one of the twin killers. Now to find out if what I believe was correct.
Yes, yes, yes! Oh, God, I genuinely didn't know if that was going to be correct. I don't know if it's a bug, I don't know if there are supposed to be 2, I don't know if there's any way you can catch 2. But that was a crazy one. Whew. Took ages to do. But thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with more Shadows of Doubt soon as Muktuk continues his adventures and cases. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more. Check out the other ones if you haven't seen them already. And I will catch you later.